viewers, and welcome back to the Self-Made Auto channel. If you're new here, welcome to our channel. We've got this Pontiac G6 back in. This is the one that was in the other day. It had the problems with the evap system. We took and diagnosed that. It ended up being that evap vent solenoid. And if you guys remember at the end of the video, we noticed this car had some pretty bad tires on the front and some broken springs in the rear, and the customer was made aware of that. And actually, he saw the video, so he got to see firsthand, you know, what we saw too. So that's pretty cool. And he bought me a bunch of parts. He went online and got some new tires and some new struts. Looks like he got some quick struts and some rear shocks and some cam bolts and all kinds of goodies. So we're gonna go ahead and slap them on and take her down and get her lined up and get a new inspection sticker on it. And he's been driving it a little bit in the meantime, and engine lights stayed out. So definitely a confirmed fix on that vent solenoid. So let's get started getting this car put back together the rest of the way. I guess we'll just start over here on the passenger side. These brake hose bracket. Looks like the bolt that holds it on. Just took a 10mm nut, but it looks like the stud is kind of pressed in there. Better get a hammer. Some splines on it, huh? Oh, we got 18. Zip them babies off there. They're a little 3/8 impact. And those are splined. I know that, so we'll have to knock them out with the air hammer. And then the bracket looks like that holds the ABS wire. Don't have to worry about taking them off. Get the air hammer, we'll knock them out. You'll see if you're doing these, if you're doing these at home, they are splined, so don't try to turn the head of it, because you'll strip it out in the spindle. You have to knock them out. We gotta take this sway bar link off. It's got aftermarket sway bar links, which is a good thing because they've got flats on them. Usually if it doesn't have the hole in the center, like where you can hold it with an Allen wrench, usually they've got flats that we can catch with a wrench. I think I can see them in there. What we'll do is we'll spin that a little. See if we can't. Might just not be in the right position. Can't get my wrench back here. Got to kind of push that rubber back a little. I'm not feeling it. Oh, but it's coming off, so what the heck? Huh, no, it didn't spin. must be a pretty stiff joint, or that's not a real tight lock nut. Yeah, whatever. Let's see. Yeah, well, the joint moves. Let's see if I had the right size wrench. Yeah, it does have flats on it. Just for whatever reason, it didn't rotate the joint. It couldn't resist the power of the Nano. strut bearings are getting a little rough in it. A little bit of corrosion, not too bad. Do the same thing on the other side. Make sure you hang on to this baby. You don't drop it on your CV boot. Oh, what do we got here? Should have a button on the right. The other side. There they are. You can screw on there. Oh, this comes with those style lock nuts that when you screw them down, it pretty much wipes the threads out. I'm a big fan of those. I guess they ain't gonna fall off. That's what we want. Hey, it's just my first day. There, sheesh. Turning the power down on these babies. Wrong. I thought it was those style lock nuts that really, when they pinch the top of the bolts there, usually it boogers the threads up pretty bad, but those look like they survive. Hey.
What are you doing?
Huh?
What are you doing?
What am I doing? We're working on a car.
Really?
Yeah, what are you doing? Huh?
Watching you.
Oh. Are you gonna say hi to everybody? Huh?
No.
You don't want to say hi to everybody on YouTube?
No.
Why?
Because.
Oh. No school today?
Uh-huh.
No?
No.
No. You want to fix this car for me so I can go home?
Huh?
Do you want to fix this car for me so I can go home?
No.
No. Wow. I'll go to school and you can work on cars.
No.
No? All right. What are you gonna do when you grow up?
What kind of car would you?
You're gonna work on cars? No, you're gonna be a doctor.
No.
Why?
I'm gonna be.
You don't want to work on cars, trust me.
Yes, I do.
No, it doesn't pay that good. You're gonna be a doctor.
I'm gonna be a firefighter one
You're gonna be a firefighter? Seriously?
Yeah.
Not in this town, you're not. It's all volunteer around here. You don't get any money. You have to go to a city. So what we gotta do, he did bring us some cam bolts. Now a lot of times aftermarket struts, I don't know what brand these are. It says Leacree, Lecree, I don't know. A lot of the ones that we use, like the Monroes or KYBs, a lot of those, the bottom hole is slotted. So you don't need a cam bolt to do the alignment. These ones we do, assuming the camber's, off, and being that he's got that tire wear issue, we want to make sure that we can get his camber dead on. So we'll get that started. So these are the cam bolts, and these are just kind of reduced in size from these bolts here. I think these are these 14 millimeter. No, these are 12 millimeter factory bolts. So then you buy these, these reduced bolts here that have the eccentric essentially built right onto that. You can probably see it when I rotate it there. So what we do is we'll stick these in the bottom, and then you have to make sure that you've got this, this washer with the tab on it. Otherwise, this cam bolt will just sit in there and flop around. It really won't do anything. And depending on, usually these bolts come with instructions. These ones didn't have any instructions, but just from prior use, depending on the orientation of this tab, where you put the tab, is how the cam bolt's going to react as far as giving you, a certain amount of adjustment. I don't know what the adjustable range is on these camber wise, if it's, 1 3/4 degree, plus or minus, or what the story is. Let me get you around there so you can see it. Just for the sake of demonstration, we'll just, it doesn't matter where we orient this. But when I rotate this cam, you should see a difference between, its relationship between the end of the strut here and the spindle. Now let me get this in a different spot so we can see a dramatic change here, I guess. Sometimes these are kind of difficult to see without the weight sitting down on them. Get this spun around. Here we go. So you'll try to do this where you can actually see it. I don't know if you can see that moving. Bringing, moving the strut in and out, or essentially moving the spindle. Yeah, you can probably see it here on the caliper stud more than anything. So, making the camber adjustments. So, that's pretty much the long and short of that. So usually what I do with these, I just kind of leave the tab down in the neutral position. I leave the cam so it's actually, facing up. And then that way there, when I go down for alignment, I know that I've got a large amount of adjustment, each way, and I'm not too worried about it. And then, the orientation of the tab is really kind of redundant. Some guys really get hung up on what way, you need your change, whether it's plus or minus, and how you orient the tab. I mean, basically, we just need a reduced bolt or an elongated hole, because when we get there, I just move the wheel where I need it, tighten it down. I mean, it's pretty much as simple as that. I guess before we put our, sitting here talking, I ain't paying attention, put these nuts on there, we got to put our ABS bracket back in place. Rotate it here, we'll get our sway bar link put back in. Tighten our brake hose here. Compared to the other side, this one was actually bent down just a little bit. Gotta straighten that up. There we go. That side's all done, minus the alignment. Plastic one on these style wheels here, or just any wheel that's decent, you know, not totally trashed yet. Now let's see, we'll pop a new stem in there. So that black stuff is a product we call Fry Lube. It's actually the brand of it, no rim rust. It's, you know, we have so much problems with, you know, corrosion and things like that, you know, we got to put a protecting grease on there. Otherwise, you know, the beads on these things will be leaking, and you know, within a year. You gotta come up on there a little stiff. These low profile tires, man, I tell you what, get them on the beads tricky. More pressure, that's all you always need. Cover your ears. Yeehaw! Stick-on weights, man. Everything uses stick-on weights nowadays. Makes it a pain. You gotta go through and get all your old stick-on weights off, and then you gotta go through and get all the sticky crap off, because you can pretty much count on it that the new weight's gonna have to go where the old one was. Let's go wait for our boy Josh to get out of the way here. Take time, Josh. Take time. It's camera shy. Our tires all put on there. We got directional tires and directional rotors. So baby ought to go pretty good forwards, I guess. In the back, we got to do these shocks, and I think before we go to lunch there, those studs are looking pretty crusty. We'll get them babies all sprayed down with some croil. I'll let them soak. We'll see what's for lunch. So I think what we'll do after these soak for a while, we'll probably, I guess it really doesn't matter if we do the shocks, first or the springs. We got to unhook the.
Lunch is ready.
What's that, honey?
Lunch is ready.
Lunch is ready. Huh?
Lunch is
I
ready.
heard you. What are you making me?
Applesauce and biscuit.
Applesauce and spaghetti.
I don't know again.
Are you just making stuff up?
No.
Huh? Are
No.
you sure?
Yes.
Okay. Applesauce and spaghetti, huh?
Yes.
All right. We'll go see what Mommy's cooking.
Okay. No, it's not.
Hey, there's rumors of spaghetti and what? Applesauce? What'd you say, Trinity? Spaghetti and applesauce? Oh, that's what you got. You got some. Oh, you got to eat in a cardboard box. All toys to play with. You guys drag in boxes.
That's why we just get rid of bags of toys.
Yeah. Well, as a kid, that was the best thing you'd have: a box, a steak knife, and a roll of duct tape.
Well, we get lots of boxes.
What we got?
You're just getting the salad.
Rabbit food.
Yep. It's your health plan.
Hey, check this out. We got a Keurig. It's all digital. Thing lights up. Oops, oh crap, it's gonna trip a breaker now. Oh, this isn't good. Can't be microwaving and Keuragging at the same time.
Plug it.
We had a viewer send us a Keurig
Oh, we're just.
with loads. What do they call them? K-cups?
Yeah.
Look at this thing. This is like Starbucks here now. It's amazing. I don't know if you guys have one of these, but old coffee pot, weak sauce. This thing, awesome. Coffee on demand, I call it. All right, it's on. What were you gonna say? Huh?
I don't know.
Well, you wanted me to turn it on. Oh, yeah. We also got. Well, we get some sweet oatmeal chocolate chip cookie units from a customer as a payment, which is pretty awesome because I'll work for food basically. I always feel pretty worthless after lunch. Especially when the weather gets colder, you got the doors down. I think we should have a self-made auto nap time. After I get done eating lunch, I'm always so tired. I should just save lunch till like the end of the day. But this Keurig, this thing will keep you up, let me tell you. Instant, you put the little cup in, hit the button, spin this. I guess I got the big moment of truth. Let the old croil soak all lunch break. Been there about an hour. Between that and doing a couple other little things. Let's see if it works. Of course it does. Oh, power isn't that bad. There was a washer. It's been on the inside of that. I took that out. I heard it fall. Let's see. Slip them right on top. Yep, there was. There's a washer that goes inboard of that shock. Or board on that bolt, rather. Get the new ones. Got to swap our upper mounts over there. Nut or anything there. I assume it comes with new ones. Sometimes it doesn't come with new washers, so we'll save those on these upper mounts here. Baby These come all strapped up. I guess it doesn't matter which mount we use because they're same on both sides. Did not come with new washers. Like I say, we'll reuse the old ones, and it doesn't matter, you know, what position you got this thing in because you just rotate the whole shock anyways. Simple as that. Slide her back in, line it up, and stick the bolt and washers back in it. Almost wore that one. Alright, let's try round two here. So we really don't even get lined up on the studs, really. I mean, wonder why they use this oblong washer there. I don't know. Seems kind of weird. I don't know. I have no idea. Shocks all on. Next thing we're gonna do, must remember I hit a broken spring. I think it was over on the other side. We'll get these springs off. Remember, right, to do these we just unhook the control arm here, stick the training jack underneath it. We'll just let it down, put the spring in, and essentially just jack it back up. There's that. Take tension back off that thing. Get it just right. Probably take that bolt right out. And we get a little hammer. Yeah, it's got a little side torque on it. Dang it. Pisser. Get an alignment bar, I guess, and kind of tweak that over so I can, the bolt's almost out on the back side, but let me get an alignment bar here. Hanging on by about a thread back here. Why you gotta be like that, girl? Come on. There, man. Said to use my good hand. Alright, so we got that loose. Nothing to pry out of here. There she goes. I'm gonna have to get a big bar. We gotta get it off one of these. This bottom one or the top one first. There we go. Go to the top. So we got our new spring. You guys probably remember from a, what do you do springs in? On a video, Cobalt or something maybe. The Moog springs have a white paint mark on them if that's the side that's to go up. Square tapered top that goes up. Of course these ones, it's got the paint mark on it, so I get my hand switch around here. Get this line back up in there. So I think the more tightly wound coils are usually what go to the top if they're not paint marked. I think each manufacturer is probably different, but usually if we buy springs, we usually buy Moog springs. Or OEM, one or the other. So look this up. It's kind of a pisser to get out. That whole, the alignment is kind of tweaked on that a little bit, the alignment of that hole. Floating around there enough to can't get her. Come on. Well, the threads are just big enough to fit up that control arm hole. Then they taper down after that. I can just tap that just a little bit. Super close now. There she goes, all right. Let's see. I thought I was tweaking that. There's nothing to pry on. Oh, come on, baby. See those threads and the hole it comes through is like just big enough. Jack that up pretty much to ride height. Zip that bolt back down. Fabulous. Probably should have done the broken side so you guys can see that. Obvious to you. Come on. Let me grab the new one. I'll show you the difference here. Well, not the new one. I'll grab the old one. There's, you know, obviously the broken one. You can see about how much that baby's missing off the bottom. So, probably a good idea that we change this. Just bust it off sharp. So, missing a couple wraps there. That's it for the back of this beast. Just gotta put the wheels on it at this point. Everything's done. My Boxo part is empty that the customer brought, and got all this stuff put on there that he wanted and that he needed for inspection. So I'm gonna take the car down real quick and get the alignment done, and get the front end straightened out, the camber and the toe there, and make sure that's all good to go, and throw a sticker on it and ship it. All right, viewers, that's it. I almost forgot about you. Getting ready to wrap it up for the day and doing a rack and pinion in this old Impala. And I almost forgot that I don't think I wrapped up the Pontiac video. Anyhow, it's all done. Alignment went good. I got the camber and toe all set on the front. I mean, it turned out as expected. The car drove nice and rode pretty good. So gave it back to the guy, and I think I'm gonna advise him to bring it back in, like, 3,000 miles or a month or so after those new springs all settle in. We'll double check that alignment again and make sure that's right on the money, because I hate to see it. He's always had a little bit of a tire wear issue with that, and they have some pretty negative camber on those G6s right from the factory. So I don't know if that's what's making it, or what was making it cause. Let me try that sentence over again. I don't know if that's what causes the insides of the tires to wear or not. I'm just speculating, when it's almost a full degree of negative camber. I don't know if that's gonna make it wear the inside edge, but he's always had a little issue wearing the inside edges. But that thing's got, newer ball joints and tie rod ends and sway bar links, and now struts and springs, and so it shouldn't wear tires, hopefully. But the alignment turned out good. So at any rate, hope you liked the video, and hope you could follow along a little bit. Maybe help you fix your G6 at home, or maybe you just watched it for the entertainment. In either case, thanks for watching. Check us out on Facebook if you haven't. Connect with us socially on Google Plus too if you like to do that. Consider subscribing to our channel if you want to stay up to date with the weekly publications that we try to roll out of here when we can and as time allows, but shop stays pretty busy, so sometimes that's a little bit difficult. But at any rate, viewers, just remember, if I can do it, you can do it. Thanks for watching.